Greetings, everyone. Glenn Kellaway coming to you from the basement. I'm pretty excited today. I went out this morning to the local thrift shop and I found some amazing stuff this morning. Like, I spent $60 at a thrift shop on CDs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. It's something like 16 CDs here. One of them's one or two's are doubles. So I just want to show you everything I got. Pretty cool. So Wednesday, I went to the thrift shop. It's called Value Village. It's in Belleville, Ontario. And I couldn't find anything there. Like, they got a big shelf full of CDs. There's probably like 300 CDs. I don't know. Anyway, sometimes you go and you find a couple. I've never found 16 ever. And Wednesday I went. I couldn't find anything except for this. I found the second Wilco album called Being There. Now, I'm not a big Wilco fan because I kind of started at their later stuff, and I don't think it's that good. Sorry for Wilco fans, because I'm more into Uncle Tupelo, Sun Volt. I want that kind of sound. So I thought, well, I should give a chance to this because it's one of their early albums. It's really good. I love this one. So now I'm going to look for their first one. I think it's called AM. This is excellent. So happy I got that. $2.99, double CD. Okay. So nothing else in the store. Friday morning, yesterday, I get an email from Larry Graves. He's at the same Value Village. The Canadian Stud Muffin. Great friend. Great YouTube guy. What can you say about Larry? He's an awesome guy. Anyway, Larry, being so thoughtful, sends me an email from Value Village saying, hey, I found some Cooter CDs here. Well, you know, Cooter is my favorite guitar player, one of my favorite artists of all time. He gives me the three titles. They were Boomer's Story, Jazz, and it was a double CD of comp of Rise soundtrack work. So now I have a complete box set of Rise soundtrack work, but I don't have that comp, which is kind of cool. So I was happy that he grabbed that. Jazz, which I have on vinyl, did not have on CD, so that's cool. And Boomer Story, which I have MoFi vinyl, which sounds absolutely incredible, but I did not have on CD. So I'm happy as hell. I don't think anything more about it until this morning. And I go, you know, if somebody traded in Cooter, what else was traded in since I was there on Wednesday? So, curious enough, I drove over this morning, and I'm freaking out. Like, there was stuff there that I already own that I almost bought again just because I love it so much. John Hyatt's Bring the Family was there. Jimi Hendrix, the first album, Our Experience, was there. The anniversary issue of Axis Bold as Love was there. There was just a ton of great classic albums there. A wealth. I'm surprised Larry didn't pick up some of those titles. Maybe they weren't out when he was there. I tried to phone him this morning, but he didn't answer his phone. So I'm going to show you what I got. First of all, Hendrix. We were just talking about Hendrix. Valleys of Neptune. These are, you know, the posthumous releases. This one's got some cool titles on it, so I'm interested to hear what this sounds like. I've never heard it. Stones Free, Valleys of Neptune, Bleeding Heart, Hear My Train A-Comin', Sunshine of Your Love, Lover Man, Fire, Red House. So we'll check that out. That's pretty cool. Chick Corea, the great Chick Corea, one of the great keyboard players of all time. I mean, I have no idea what this album sounds like, but if Chick Corea's name's on it, you know it's going to be great music. Whether I like it or not, it's going to be great music, but that doesn't mean you like it just because it's great music. But Chick Corea's Electric Band, I have no idea. Eye of the Beholder. First time I've looked. I don't even know who's in Chick Corea's band. Musicians, Chick Corea. John Petrucci on bass. I don't know these guys. Frankie Gamble on guitar. None of the names sound familiar to me whatsoever. So it's just going to be an interesting listen. Okay, Cooter again. Cooter with the Chieftains. Cooter featuring the Chieftains. This is an album I've always been interested in. I never bought it. I am really interested in hearing this. The Chieftains, amazing. This just doesn't have Cooter on it. These are all songs. Looks like that are Spanish. It's interesting. Produced by Patty Maloney from the Chieftains, but also Linda Ronstadt's on here. Carlos Nunez. Ry Cooter's on 2 or 3 tracks. We'll see. Hey, the Temptations. I have Motown comps, but I don't have any Temptations albums. The Ultimate Collection, The Temptations. How could you go wrong? Man, it's got. Where's the song titles? Gotta go on the CD. The Way You Do the Things You Do. My Girl. Get Ready. Ain't Too Proud to Beg. I Know I'm Losing You. Wish It Would Rain. Cloud 9. Ball of Confusion. Just My Imagination. Papa Was a Rolling Stone. I mean, wow. They're all just great songs. How can you go wrong with a Temptations comp? I'm real pleased about that one too. The London Muddy Waters Sessions. I have never heard this. Now, I love Muddy. I don't know if this is any good or not. Who's on this one? Muddy Waters, Sam Lawthorne, Rory Gallagher, Rick Gretsch on bass from Family and Blind Faith, Steve Winwood, Georgie Fortune, who's Georgie Fame, Mitch Mitchell. Wow, pretty cool. I'm really excited to hear that. That's gold. Ry Cooter, Paradise and Lunch. I had the MoFi original master recording SACD of this, my favorite Ry Cooter album. When I sold my Universal player, the guy who bought a bunch of discs off me wanted that one, and I parted with it because I have it on vinyl, the MoFi. But so I had nothing. I had no copy of this, my favorite Ry Cooter album, on CD. So now I do. The great Lyle Lovett. This is my favorite Lyle Lovett album, Pontiac. This is very folky and acoustic. This isn't too much of a country album. It's really good. More singer-songwriter-ish. It's really good. Great song called If I Had a Boat. Pontiac's a great song. There's a real cool song called She's Hot to Go, which she's ugly from the front. Something like myself. So, more Hendrix. This is supposedly the name of the album that he was going to make when he was his untimely passing. The first rays of the new rising sun. So, hey, what do I know? I've not heard that either. What's on this? Freedom, Isabella, they were songs of Angel, Roomful of Mirrors, Dolly Dagger, Easy Rider, Steppin' Stone, Earth Blues, Belly Button Windows on here, which was also on In From the Storm, the first posthumous release when Jimmy died. So, which is a cool song. And In From the Storm. So, yeah, pretty cool. A White Stripes album that I don't have. Get Behind Me, Satan. I always like the White Stripes. You guys aware of Harvey Mandel? Harvey's one of those guys who came out of the late 60s blues scene. He was from Detroit, Michigan originally. Ended up taking over for the original guitar player. What's his name? Henry something or other in Canned Heat. Played with Canned Heat for a couple of years. Went to Chicago. Got in with the Mike Bloomfield crowd. Paul Butterfield and all that. Kind of hung out with all us and put out his own album called The Snake. This was a pretty good album. I remember having it back in the day when it came out. And so I haven't heard this for... I bet you I haven't heard this album since like 1970. So, long time. I'll be interested in hearing it. The Great Taj Mahal. This is Taj Mahal's second album. His first solo album was awesome. Great blues album. I'm expecting nothing less from this. The Natural Blues, Taj Mahal. Any Dr. John fans out there? I've got a Dr. John best of, but I couldn't resist this. It's a Rhino comp called the Dr. John Anthology 2 CD set from Rhino. Man, it goes right back to his early recording days. Yeah, I'm really interested in exploring this one. That's pretty cool. The great Mac Rebenak. And another Dr. John album called Tribal. I've never heard this album, and I heard it's really good. So, more Cooter. I didn't go look at my shelf before I started doing this video. I think I have this, but I wasn't sure, so I picked it up. Worst comes to worst, I can trade it in somewhere. Chavez Ravine, Cooter. A record by Cooter. Derek Trucks Band. I just saw Tedeschi Trucks like 2 or 3 weeks ago. Fantastic. I love Derek Trucks playing. He's great. I got 2 Derek Trucks Band albums. Joyful Noise. Now I have a Derek Trucks Band original series CD set. You know that those 5 disc sets you get with all just kind of cheaply done, but they they sound good and everything, but they're just not packaging is just to get you the music. I got one of those for Derek Trucks Band, so I'm not sure if that's one of the albums in there or not. And here's another one called Out of the Madness. And then last but not least, an album I've never owned, and it's the one that Eric Clapton did with B.B. King, Riding with the King. So, yeah, wow. Look, I got a lot of listening to do here. And, yeah, so I hope everyone has a great day. Guess what I'm going to be doing all weekend? We'll be back soon. Thumbs, I'm 19 people away from 2,000. 19 subscribers. Please, isn't one of you got 19 friends you can give $5 each to? It only costs you $100. Less than $100, and you can make an old man happy. Have a great day.